Before I developed an offer that was profitable that I can actually scale, I had a pretty decent little process that was working, but only when I was the one delivering it. So the moment I tried to hand it off and scale it or teach it or turn it into something evergreen, it fell apart. So if you've been selling your services, coaching, consulting, or a digital offer like courses, and you're experiencing the same thing, then I promise you it is not the offer itself that's holding you back. It's the structure that sells it. Offers thrive when there's a clear, teachable structure that delivers your results without requiring you to carry every single piece of it. And that's what a signature framework does. So in this video, we're going to be breaking down what a signature framework actually is and why it is the key to building a business that runs on your brilliance and not just your presence. So let's get into it. So what exactly is a signature framework? It is the system that will deliver your results, and without you having to explain the same thing 15 different ways. So it turns your process into something that is teachable, repeatable, and most importantly, scalable. And it also makes that system uniquely yours. Every signature offer needs a signature framework behind it. So as an example, we'll use me. Inside of my group training program, Serve, Sale, Scale, the framework is literally built into the name. And so clients will move through 3 core phases: serve, sell, scale, and each phase will drive a specific transformation. So each one connects directly to how we design the offer, how we price it, how we position it, and then build the back end to support it. So that framework is the foundation for both my business and the entire offer. It's how I teach it, it's how I deliver it, it's how I communicate it, and it's how I scale it. As another example, a client of mine runs retreats for women in her region who are ready to start over after walking away from 6-figure jobs or burnout heavy businesses. Her messaging is on point. But the way that she would explain her process would kind of shift and change every time she went live or got on a sales call, and that created confusion. So we pulled out her step-by-step method, and then we mapped it into a 4-phase system that she used to reposition her retreat, restructure her speaking offers, and then pre-sell her first coaching cohort before we even had a chance to revamp the website. Another example is a client that teaches visibility and recovery revenue to online service professionals who build like successful brands, but they kind of lost traction while trying to do that little shift and pivot. So she's been teaching that live for years, okay, which means that nothing was documented. Everything was in her head. And so we were able to turn that process into a clean 3-part system within a few weeks, and she raised her rates, sold out her one-on-ones, and then I encouraged her to turn that into a group coaching program, pre-recorded onboarding flow that literally saved her about 6 or more hours a week. So here's the part that most people miss. Your framework does not have to be complicated, but it does have to guide the transformation from start to finish. So it's not about giving more information, it's about giving direction, because that's what they're investing in you for. A strong framework gives your clients a clear path to follow, which is super important. It also gives you a repeatable way to teach, sell, and scale without like holding their hand every step of the way. And when it's done right, your framework becomes the most valuable asset in your business. Now let's talk about what a signature framework does in your business. Your framework will give your process so much clarity. It's going to give it ownership, direction. It's going to take what you've been doing behind the scenes or in your head, and it's going to turn it into a system that people can trust, follow, and buy into. So it's going to take your lived experiences and turn them into teachable methods. It'll take your one-on-one delivery, and then it's going to create a mapped out transformation. It's going to take your behind the scenes process and then turn it into business assets that you can sell and scale without you. And your clients will stop needing you to repeat yourself when you communicate what it is that you do and how you do it. You will stop tweaking your delivery mid-program, and you'll stop reinventing your content, your coaching, your curriculum every single time that you launch it. Because when your framework is solid, it will become the foundation that holds your sales, your marketing, your teaching, and even your back end. It'll hold all of that together. It will be how you scale without making the business feel heavier. And it's also how your offer stops sounding like every other offer out there, right? So you're going to eliminate commodity and start standing out as the expert that you are with a branded, results-driven system that people can trust. So now let's talk about what a signature framework is not. It is not the same thing as your process. And I know I've been using that word pretty synonymously today, but it is different. And I'll explain in a little bit how. And it's also not the same thing as your SOPs, nor the same thing as your workflows or your quote unquote unique method, your it factor, right? So let's go over the difference. Here's how it differs. So your process will walk someone through one task or outcome. It is focused, it's step by step, but it doesn't tell the whole story. Your workflows are designed to connect your tools, your platforms, and your actions together. It is how you run things behind the scenes, but it is not how you deliver the transformation. And your SOPs will tell someone how to complete a specific task inside of your business. So it's for internal use only. So it's usually for your team or tech, but it is not for your clients. Your method is your approach or your belief system. And just hearing that, you can see that I've mentioned that when I'm discussing your framework, right? So it is a part of your framework. But without the structure and the progression that's in your framework, it's not enough to stand on your own. Now, what makes your framework different is it's client facing. It organizes your transformation into clear stages. And as I mentioned before, it's branded, it's repeatable, and it becomes the backbone of the offers that you sell within your business. The framework is what makes your work scalable. The processes, the workflows, and the SOPs, your method, are what make it sustainable. So they all work together, but they definitely are not the same. So here's what I want you to walk away with. Your signature framework is the system that turns your offer into something that is scalable, repeatable, and profitable. It's how you teach, it's how you sell, it's how you take a step back without your business falling completely apart. But here's where it really matters. A solid framework doesn't just make your business work better, okay? It makes the experience better for your clients, the people that you're building it for. And your clients don't need or want more content because there is a whole lot of that out there, okay? They need direction. They want a clear path that builds trust and helps them finish what they started. And when your framework is clear, when your content stops feeling random in your emails, your videos, your webinars, all of it leads back to one system, one message, one transformation, then that's what builds your brand. That's what makes your work stick. And that's what scales. Of course, if you have any questions, you can definitely drop them in the comments or use the link that I left for you below to submit anonymously. And if you are ready to map out your framework and build the scalable offer that goes with it, then I've got a link below where you can tell me all about your business. And I can see if I can help you turn it into a system that's built to serve, sell, and scale. Now, in the next video, I will be showing you my 5-step process that I use to turn clients or help clients to turn their lived experience into a clear, sellable framework. So if you tried it before and it's felt a bit messy or confusing, then you don't want to miss it because I'm going to be breaking it all the way down. I'll see you in the next one.